Rhino 660 automatic 4x4.
It's like a muscle car for the backcountry, the hottest trend in off-road vehicles. But a 4-month CBS News investigation has found evidence that the popular Yamaha Rhino doesn't need to be busting over tough terrain to be dangerous.
The Yamaha Rhino started to rock and it tipped over on my left side, crushing my wrist.
Justin Miller lost his left hand after a Rhino accident in May of 2008. Miller says he wasn't jumping sand dunes or careening around corners, just driving less than 15 miles per hour on flat ground when his 1,100-pound Rhino rolled over.
You had a helmet on?
Yes.
You were 16 years old?
Yes.
You were belted in?
Yes.
Did you break any rules?
No, none at all.
Yamaha disputes that, citing a police report saying Justin was driving 20 miles an hour down a hill and hit a rock.
Remember, driving aggressively can cause side rollovers.
The Rhino has been a runaway hit in the off-road market since its introduction in 2003. More than 150,000 sold to date. Turns out no one tracks exactly how many people have been injured while riding in these recreational vehicles. But CBS News has learned of at least 440 Rhino-related death and injury lawsuits across the U.S.
Been riding go-karts and quads for years now.
Including Justin Miller's.
So if you were leaning left on a Rhino, did you feel like you were, it
would tip
the
over.
product was moving with you?
The Consumer Product Safety Commission cites hundreds of reported injuries, including broken bones, crushed legs, arms, and heads, often on level ground at relatively low speeds, along with a disturbing number of deaths.
The public needs to be aware that already 59 people have been killed in these vehicles.
That sounds pretty dangerous to me.
Well, it's very high risk. This vehicle has a high center of gravity and it will turn over.
Last March, the CPSC and Yamaha agreed to a voluntary free repair program. Yamaha temporarily suspended sales of all Rhino models and agreed to make a series of repairs to improve handling and reduce injuries. The CPSC told people to follow Yamaha's safety guidelines, finding many cases of unbelted riders. Still, the new head of the CPSC says her agency's investigation is far from over.
We'll continue to look at this, and if we have to take stronger measures, we will.
Yamaha Motor Corp, which did $16 billion in sales overall last year, fiercely defends the Rhino, arguing virtually all accidents are caused by operator error.
Oh, God!
Ignoring safety warnings, driving too fast, on pavement, or failing to wear seatbelts or helmets.
I think there's just a lot of people out there who give people like me and my family bad names and give these machines bad names. There's a lot of stupid people.
Yet take a look at this video. That's a Yamaha dealer employee moving a Rhino from one part of a dealership to another when it tips over. Turns out the potential for rollovers was well known to Yamaha executives. According to documents obtained by CBS News just 15 months before its introduction at a testing ground in Kentucky, 2 riders rolled over in a prototype for the Rhino. The driver, a Yamaha president at the time. His passenger, the vice president in charge of Rhino development, who sustained a foot injury. Today, there are no safety standards for these so-called side-by-side vehicles. Right now, the industry is drafting a set of voluntary ones. Tenenbaum says that may not be enough.
With the number of deaths that have already occurred, we are even thinking, should we go into mandatory standards?
Yamaha wouldn't provide someone to speak with us on camera, so we went to their headquarters in Southern California.
I'm Armen Keteyian from
CBS
CBS
News. Take your cameras
News.
out of our building. It's private property, but we ask that much that you take the cameras out of here.
But despite repeated requests, company lawyers ultimately decided not to let anyone speak to us on camera.
Yamaha did provide several off-camera interviews and answers to written questions, and in statements to CBS News said, the Rhino is a safe, reliable, and versatile vehicle, and has won virtually every first-in-class award and top safety ratings, and that the vehicles have been tested for thousands of hours and perform with a high level of customer satisfaction. Certainly not for this customer.
A lot of people and a lot of kids before me have died, and if we had known that, we would have never bought this product.
Justin Miller!
Now, after 7 surgeries, 17-year-old Justin Miller is on his way to college to study pre-med, hoping one day to become a doctor, specializing in prosthetics. Armen Keteyian, CBS News, Northridge, California.